Welcome to Bite at a Time Books, where we read you your favorite classics one bite at a time. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. You can sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com. You'll also find our new t-shirts in the shop, including podcast shirts and quote shirts from your favorite classic novels. Be sure to follow my show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear what inspired your favorite classic author to write their novels, and what was going on in the world at the time, check out the Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Today we'll be continuing Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Book 2, The Intestine of the Leviathan. Chapter 1. The Land Impoverished by the Sea. Paris casts 25 millions yearly into the water. And this without metaphor. How and in what manner? Day and night. With what object? With no object. With what intention? With no intention. Why? For no reason. By means of what organ? By means of its intestine. What is its intestine? The sewer. 25 millions is the most moderate approximative figure which the values of special science have set upon it. Science, after having long groped about, now knows that the most fecundating and the most efficacious of fertilizers is human manure. The Chinese, let us confess it to our shame, knew it before us. Not a Chinese peasant. It is Ekberg who says this, goes to town without bringing back with him, at the two extremities of his bamboo pole, 2 full buckets of what we designate as filth. Thanks to human dung, the earth in China is still as young as in the days of Abraham. Chinese wheat yields 100-fold of the seed. There is no guano comparable in fertility with the detritus of a capital. A great city is the most mighty of dung makers. Certain success would attend the experiment of employing the city to manure the plain. If our gold is manure, our manure, on the other hand, is gold. What is done with this gold manure? It is swept into the abyss. Fleets of vessels are dispatched at great expense to collect the dung of petrels and penguins at the South Pole, and the incalculable element of opulence, which we have on hand, we send to the sea. All the human and animal manure which the world wastes, restored to the land instead of being cast into the water, would suffice to nourish the world. Those heaps of filth at the gateposts, those tumbrils of mud which jolt through the street by night, those terrible casks of the street department, those fetid droppings of subterranean mire which the pavements hide from you. Do you know what they are? They are the meadow and flower, the green grass, wild thyme, thyme and sage. They are game, they are cattle, they are the satisfied bellows of great oxen in the evening. They are perfumed hay, they are golden wheat, they are the bread on your table, they are the warm blood in your veins. They are health, they are joy, they are life. This is the will of that mysterious creation which is transformation on earth and transfiguration in heaven. Restore this to the great crucible. Your abundance will flow forth from it. The nutrition of the plains furnishes the nourishment of men. You have it in your power to lose this wealth, and to consider me ridiculous to boot. This will form the masterpiece of your ignorance. Statisticians have calculated that France alone makes a deposit of 500,000 every year in the Atlantic, through the mouths of her rivers. Note this. With 500 millions, we could pay 1/4 of the expenses of our budget. The cleverness of man is such that he prefers to get rid of these 500 millions in the gutter. It is the very substance of the people that is carried off. Here, drop by drop. There, wave after wave. The wretched outpour of our sewers into the rivers, and the gigantic collection of our rivers into the ocean. Every hiccough our sewers costs us 1,000 francs. From this spring, 2 results. The land impoverished, and the water tainted. Hunger arising from the furrow, and disease from the stream. It is notorious, for example, that at the present hour the Thames is poisoning London. So far as Paris is concerned, it has become indispensable, of late, to transport the mouths of the sewers downstream below the last bridge. A double tubular apparatus, provided with valves and sluices, sucking up and driving back, A system of elementary drainage, simple as the lungs of a man, and which is already in full working order in many communities in England, would suffice to conduct the pure water of the fields into our cities, and to send back to the fields the rich water of the cities. And this easy exchange, the simplest in the world, would retain among us the 500 millions now thrown away. People are thinking of other things. The process, actually in use, does evil with the intention of doing good. The intention is good. The result is melancholy. Thinking to purge the city. The population is blanched like plants raised in cellars. A sewer is a mistake. When drainage everywhere with its double function, restoring what it takes, shall have replaced the sewer, which is a single impoverishing washing. Then, this being combined with the data of a now social economy, the product of the earth will be increasing tenfold, and the problem of misery will be singularly lightened. Add the suppression of parasitism, and it will be solved. In the meanwhile, the public wealth flows away to the river, and leakage takes place. Leakage is the word. Europe is being ruined in this manner by exhaustion. As for France, we have just cited its figures. Now Paris contains 1/25 of the total population of France, and Parisian guano being the richest of all, we understate the truth when we value the loss on the part of Paris at 25 millions and a half milliard, which France annually rejects. These 25 millions employed in assistance and enjoyment would double the splendor of Paris. The city spends them in sewers, so that we may say that Paris's great prodigality, its wonderful festival, its bougeon folly, its orgy, its stream of gold from full hands, its pomp, its luxury, its magnificence, is its sewer system. It is in this manner that in the blindness of a poor political economy, we drown and allow to float downstream and to be lost in the gulfs the well-being of all. There should be nets at St. Cloud for the public fortune. Economically considered, the matter can be summed up thus. Paris is a spendthrift. Paris, that model city, that patron of well-arranged capitals, of which every nation strives to possess a copy, that metropolis of the ideal, that august country of the initiative, of impulse and of effort, that center in that dwelling of minds, that nation-city, that hive of the future, that marvelous combination of Babylon and Corinth, would make a peasant of the Phocian shrug his shoulders from the point of view which we have just indicated. Imitate Paris, and you will ruin yourselves. Moreover, and particularly in this immemorial and senseless waste, Paris is itself an imitator. These surprising exhibitions of stupidity are not novel. This is no young folly. The ancients did like the moderns. The sewers of Rome, says Liebig, have absorbed all the well-being of the Roman peasant. When the Campagna of Rome was ruined by the Roman sewer, Rome exhausted Italy, and when she had put Italy in her sewer, she poured in Sicily, then Sardinia, then Africa. The sewer of Rome has engulfed the world. This cesspool offered its engulfment to the city and the universe. Urbi et orbi. Eternal city. Unfathomable sewer. Rome sets the example for these things as well as for others. Paris follows this example with all the stupidity peculiar to intelligent towns. For the requirements of the operation upon the subject of which we have just explained our views, Paris has beneath it another Paris. A Paris of sewers which has its streets, its crossroads, its squares, its blind alleys, its arteries, and its circulation, which is of mire and minus the human form. For nothing must be flattered, not even a great people. Where there is nothing, there is also ignominy by the side of sublimity. And if Paris contains Athens, the city of light, Tyre, the city of might, Sparta, the city of virtue, Nineveh, the city of marvels, it also contains Lutetia, the city of mud. However, the stamp of its power is there also. And the titanic sink of Paris realizes among monuments that strange ideal realized in humanity by some men like Machiavelli, Bacon, and Mirabeau, grandiose vileness. The subsoil of Paris, if the eye could penetrate its surface, would present the aspect of a colossal madrepore. A sponge has no more partitions and ducts than the mound of earth for a circuit of 6 leagues round about, on which rests the great and ancient city, not to mention its catacombs, which are a separate cellar, not to mention the inextricable trellis work of gas pipes, without reckoning the vast tubular system for the distribution of fresh water, which ends in the pillar fountains. The sewers alone form a tremendous shadowy network under the 2 banks. a labyrinth which has its slope for its guiding thread. There appears, in the humid mist, the rat which seems the product to which Paris has given birth. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books today, while we read a bite of one of your favorite classics. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you come back tomorrow for the next bite of Les Miserables. Don't forget you can sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com. And while you're there, check out our t-shirt shop. You can look in the show notes or on our website, biteatatimebooks.com, for the rest of the links for our show. We'd love to hear from you on social media. You can find us everywhere at Bite at a Time Books.